Yeah.
Hi, I'm Carly, and I'm going to show you how to make chocolate chip cookies from scratch. You are going to need 2 1/4 cups of flour. You are going to need 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 sticks of butter, or also a cup of butter, and you're going to want to soften that up a little bit. And then you're going to need 3/4 cup of sugar, 3/4 cup of brown sugar, and then teaspoon of vanilla. You're also going to want to have 2 eggs and 2 cups of chocolate chips. Alright, we are going to start off with 2 1/4 cups of flour. You are going to want to put this in a smaller bowl. So you just scoop it up, kind of level it out a little bit, and then dump it in your small bowl. And remember, you need 2 1/4 cups. Alright, here's my second cup, and then my 4th cup. Alright, and now, while still using the small bowl, you are going to mix a teaspoon of baking soda. And that goes right in with the flour. And then after the baking soda, you're going to want to take your salt and just use a teaspoon as well. And add that to your flour and baking soda. And then you just want to take a fork and just kind of mix that up so it's all nice and mixed up. Alright, now with a bigger bowl, you are going to add your 2 sticks of softened butter. I put these in the microwave for about 40 seconds just to soften them up a little bit so it's nice and easy to mix. Alright, once you get your butter in there, you're going to take your 3/4 cup and you're going to add some sugar. Just scoop that in, kind of there. You're going to right there. And then you are also going to want to take 3/4 cup of brown sugar. When you take your brown sugar here, you're going to want to make sure it's nice and packed. So really squish it down so it's not packed. Jared? And then you're going to dump and add this right here. And then you are going to take your teaspoon, 1 teaspoon, and you are going to add vanilla yet to this big bowl. You might want to pour it over just in case. Alright, there goes the vanilla. Alright, so now I am going to just take a fork again and kind of mix this stuff up until you kind of want it like nice and creamy. And just keep mixing to get kind of the clumps of the brown sugar out. You are going to want to maybe take the fork and kind of press it against the side of the bowl. Just keep mixing. Alright, so mine's getting to the point where you are going to want to add your 2 eggs. Now when you add these 2 eggs, you are going to want to add one at a time. So you add one, and you want to mix that in just so it gets nice and mixed. Alright, once that first egg's a little mixed in, it's going to look a little creamy. You're going to want to take the second egg and add that. And go and mix that right in. And mine's looking really nice and creamy, and that's what you want. So alright. So now that it's creamy, you are going to add your flour, your baking soda, and your salt. I am going to stir it, and my brother Jared here is going to come in and slowly dump this in as I mix. Slowly, slowly. Hey, let me mix. Jared. Okay, a little more. Alright. Now as he's adding this flour, it's getting a little thicker and more dough-like, which is exactly what we want. Alright, so I am just going to keep working this until it's well mixed and well dough-like. And this shouldn't take too long. As you can see, for the time I've been mixing, it's already starting to look like dough. Just keep working it, and you want to go and you want to scrape the sides, get all that extra flour that might have got to the sides or whatever else is on there, and make sure you scrape the bottom. You want to really get that stuff all mixed up. So alright, well, I think this looks pretty good. Looks like cookie dough, which is what we want. So now what you are going to do is add your chocolate chips. It's not chocolate chip cookies without your chocolate chips. You are going to need 2 cups of chocolate chips. So I'm going to take my 1 cup, just kind of pour that in there. Doesn't have to be exact. Look at that, perfect. Alright, and then I'm going to really mix this in. Oh boy. It should be getting tougher, or at least I hope it should be, because it really is. Alright. So now that you have your chocolate chips everywhere, you are going to get to the part where you're going to want to put them in the oven. So what you're going to do is, I preheated my oven to 475, and now that it's preheated, I'm going to take a pan, any pan, doesn't really matter what size. I sprayed it with the greasing stuff so that the cookies won't stick to the tray, and I am going to just simply kind of take a spoon here and just kind of scoop up, kind of grab it and kind of just ball it a little, and then just add it to the tray. And you are going to want to do this until you've used all your cookie dough. So I got 2 there. and another one. I am going to stop right here, and but so what you're gonna do after this is you're gonna wanna, after you filled your pan up, you are going to want to put the pan full of your ball cookie doughs, and you are going to want to put them in the oven for 9 to 12 minutes. So, yeah. You can stop it.
You will sleep.
Alright, so after your 9 to 11 minutes in the oven, you are going to want to take them out, and then you're going to want to put them on a cooling rack, or if you don't have a cooling rack, you can just put them on a table. You don't want them to stay stuck to the pan. So you're just going to, you can just take, alright, you can just take like a little flipper thingy, spatula, don't really know what it's called, but just take those and then you're done. Let them cool and then you're good to go and they will taste yummy.